me and Tanner very much had a spark off.
Yeah, I know, I was so jealous.
And on the final day, he came and I was doing a scene that he wasn't even meant to be in. And
We thought he'd gone home.
I thought he'd gone home, and he came and like kissed me on camera.
Is it just me? Or does he walk in slow motion?
Just you. Can we get back to what's important, please?
Oh, sorry.
Here.
Thanks.
Okay, that was admittedly unfortunate timing.
One of the things I love about the film is just how relatable it is in terms of capturing those kind of awkward teenage school experiences. Was that something that you both connected to?
Definitely. I've had my fair share of awkward teenage moments.
Yes, 100%. I think I definitely didn't look like that when I was a teenager. I was super awkward. I think I was a bit of a neek, to be honest.
What does that mean?
Like, keen bean.
Okay.
Like, goody two-shoes, like, student body president. That was my vibe.
I think I, similarly to Archie, wasn't necessarily fully confident in who I was at that age. And there's that sense of like you're trying to figure it out, but also trying not to embarrass yourself.
One of the things the film does really well is it plays on a lot of those tropes of the teen rom-coms and those kind of John Hughes movies of the 80s and so. What was your favourite scene to film, a gag to film, or reference that the film makes to some of the film?
I loved the sequence with Maisie Peters in it because it was a big number. There was lots of people.
And it felt like we were in a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's something about her
transported.
music and the fact that she's on the soundtrack and also in the film that just felt very, like, I don't know, like nostalgic. Like, I just, thank you. It's a bit of pan au chocolat that's found its way under my chin. Yeah, I just loved that bit with her. That scene was great.
Do you have a favourite teen rom-com or film that this pays tribute to?
It definitely pays tribute to old, like, rom-coms of an era gone by.
The John Hughes movies. But my favourite, I think, is The Breakfast Club.
Oh, that's so good.
So good. And I think that,
Would you say that's a rom-com, though? Or is it like a coming-of-age?
I think it's a coming-of-age teen film. But ours is obviously a rom-com, but I resonate with the coming-of-age aspects of it a lot more, actually, because I think it's a beautiful journey that our characters go on individually and together. Yeah. And I'd say, for me, it's about, at that teenage time, it's about growth. Archie wants to stand still, Amelia wants to grow. How do these two best friends navigate that kind of change, where one wants to stay still, one wants to move ahead? So, yeah.
Mine would be Easy A.
Easy A is so good.
It's so good.
Easy A is so good.
And also...
I love She's the Man.
Yeah.
I love She's the Man.
There's like, there was a period of like really great.
Yeah.
And then like British, like, not that they were, but like teen focused, like things like The In-Betweeners and... What was that film?
I love Bad Education too.
Angus
Thorne's and Perfect Stalking! Such a good film.
It's good.
Wild Child.
Wild Child's great. Centrinians. There's so many.
So good.
Centrinians isn't a rom-com though.
Yeah.
If you could pick one of those movies, those kind of classic teen rom-coms or coming-of-age movies, that if they were making they were doing a remake and you could star in it, which one would you want to do and why?
I'd do Ferris Bueller's Day Off just because it's so cool. Come on.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
It's such a great lead role as well.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. I love it. And it's also everyone wants to do that. Like, imagine just like bunking off school and being that cool.
I think we all want to do that thing where we turn to a camera and go, right?
Well, that was something with this film that was like getting to turn to the camera that is really fun, but really hard to get right. Because like I've seen things where it doesn't translate well, and then I've seen things where it's obviously a technique that's used really cleverly. But it took us a bit. It was kind of interesting actually. Like we had to look at it almost like a character, but we got there eventually.
It had to
what
have
would
a
be
purpose.
your remake film?
Oh, remake film. I think I would love to do She's the Man just because she gets to play the dual role, which is really fun.
Yeah, I want to see you play a villain.
I'd love to play a villain.
I feel like Charithra would be like a great like Bond villain or something.
Bond, oh my God.
Like someone who like charms and then just like is evil.
Yeah. But I think for the looking to camera, it was like we had to find the purpose for everything that we were doing.
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
had to be incredibly intentional.
Yeah, that was fun to explore.
Yeah.
And there's some great LGBTQ representation in the film. How important is it, do you think, to treat those characters like everyone else in the film, but also to make sure that they're visible and they're represented?
It was just a really welcoming and lovely film set. And even if you like pause a frame and see the supporting artists that we have, like they had a lot of the guys in the school were wearing dresses and like, I don't know, just it was kind of cool to be. And like we were saying, it's very lovely for us to be doing a rom-com that's very traditional in many ways and very like heteronormative. And yet to feel like there is still so much representation in the film. Like that was exciting for us, I think.
But I also think it's this idea of it is very quietly making a stand, right? In that we're saying this matters to us, this is representing the modern world, this is representing the world we want to live in, and that is like such a powerful stand, without making it like a really big deal. I think the film does a really good job of normalizing, hey, this is a really fun, vibrant, diverse community.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal, it's just the world.
Also, fun little fact, me and Tanner very much had a spark off.
Yeah, I know, I was so jealous.
And on the final day, he came and I was doing a scene that he wasn't even meant to be in. And
we thought he'd gone home.
I thought he'd gone home, and he came and like kissed me on camera.
It was very sexy.
Somewhere out there is an alternative universe where Archie and Billy end up together.
The sequel, guys.
Absolutely. Heartstopper season 3 and Bridgerton season 3 coming up. Obviously, neither of you are in those respective properties. But would you both be open to coming back, Sebastian to Heartstopper and Charithra to Bridgerton, if it's kind of written in, if the story comes up that way?
Oh my God. I mean, like for the just enjoyment of, like, I think we both feel very lucky to have been a part of those shows. And for me, it was incredibly special experience. And so, I mean, probably not, I feel really proud of the way that we ended Ben's character and his arc. And so I wouldn't want to go back from a story perspective because I feel like that's been left where it needs to. But I'd love to go back in terms of working with everyone. And like, yeah, it was just such a special experience. And hopefully I'll get to work with lots of the same people again at some point.
I think that the Bridgerton, like we really call it the Bridgerverse. The Bridgerton world is forever expanding, obviously with the Queen Charlotte spin-off and things like that. So I think that in lieu of that universe, yeah, for sure, characters will come in and out, I'm certain. And I'm open to it. I think the main thing is it's got to be a really important purpose. But I had the best time. It's a really special set. The cast and crew, best in the world. Equal to Heartstoppers. So, yeah, I'm totally open to it. And I think it is very likely that characters who have left will come back. Long may the show continue and get better and better, and yeah.
That felt like a little... that characters may come back. Looks at camera.
Oh my god. Netflix and Shondaland are going to... Oh, I don't even think I can say both those names. Cut that out.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you both.